That is how's it going in Spanish. See, we're doing language lessons now, guys. That's my new sort of EVP on my channel. I'm going to teach you to say how's it going in a multitude of languages. Hope we're all doing alright today though. Back with a brand new video. Back up in my stomping grounds today, up in Billinge. As you can see, it's absolutely sublime up here today. The greenery is in full force. Roadies are out. We're really at the height of spring. Not far off the end of May now. And obviously June 21st next month, that's the start of summer. So everything's at the height of bloom. And I can't wait to go to some shelter because look at all these bracken ferns here. They're all around my shelter. So it's going to look like the lost world up there. Well excited. Yeah, going back to basics today. I'm going to do a video about cryptids. I've not done one of them for a while. It's fitting that I said come over because the cryptid in question today has some sort of lineage to sort of Portuguese spoken languages, and that's the Chupacabra of Mexico. So yeah, I'm going to get up to my shelter, have a little nitter natter about the Chupacabra, just chill out really. So yeah, if you want to stick around, please do. Picked a right day to talk about the Chupacabra. I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining up here today, guys. Intermittent showers to keep coming and going. I've got my tarp for me, so need to be, I'll get that up. Got a load of dry wood in my bag to get the fire going. And then once it's going and established, I'll be more or less able to put out on it and it'll be able to burn. So yeah. But this week, I'm off work for 8 days. Very rare that happens. So I've got a lot of exciting plans in store. Tomorrow, I'm going to walk Skipton to Burnley on the canal with my good friend and work colleague, Gareth. Shout out Gareth, if you're watching this, bro. Gareth will be a newbie to my channel. And for those who obviously don't know who he is, basically looks like Kratos from the God of War. So he's a top bloke and one person in my inner circle, so I'm looking forward to that. Thursday I'm going to go camp up Sabden Moor, which is just on the foothills of Pendle Hill, so I'm excited for that. And then this weekend I'm going to go camping up Graham Road again, but I'm going to camp in the pine forest this time. Where me and Luke have heard whoops before, so just taking shelter underneath this massive roadie bush here. Don't know how well camera picks it up or not, but it's raining quite hard. I've only got my hoodie on, so I didn't bring my army jacket out because it's just classic springtime weather is this. It's so muggy and mild. I can't wear it out thicker than this. And to be honest with you, I can't be asked walking through rain. So I'm just going to sit tight and wait for this shower to pass. Hopefully it's a shower. It's not set for the day, because that'd really dampen my day. Right, I think we've got a brief window of opportunity now. It's because we're so high up, you know, like Billings Wood, it's like one of the highest points in Blackburn. It probably is the highest point in Blackburn. So any rain that hits my little town comes here first. Yeah, rain seems to have subsided for a few minutes, so let's get best foot forward, get to shelter, get the tarp up, and then obviously if the rain comes back again, we can keep dry. In the meantime, I can hear rain coming back. Let's have a little quick chat about this Chupacabra. This is one I've been waiting to talk about for quite a while. It's one of the few cryptids. I don't think I've ever even mentioned it, let alone obviously done a full video about it. And I picked a right day to talk about the Chupacabra because it comes from sort of Mexico, you know, southern Texas and Central America. It's a sort of folklore legend within Latin America, and it's basically, it's like some sort of demonic hellhound. And you know, it's, for a description, it's a really emaciated, hey, up rain's coming back again, really emaciated, bare-skinned canine. No, you know, fur or hair, whatever you want to call it, on the body. Massive gnashing teeth, long claws, you know, just red eyes. Really disgusting, unearthly, again, demonic type looking creature. And excuse me, excuse me, tends to have a real penchant for picking off children as well. But yeah, an incredibly dangerous creature, and one not to be taken lightly. What's also very interesting though about the legend of the Chupacabra, there is actually a plethora of very good photos out there of this creature, which I'll show you now as I'm whittering on through the woods. Yeah, there's a lot of photos of this creature, and leaves it pretty unambiguous that this is some sort of canine. And you know, there's a lot of, you know, various legends of different, you know, dog-like, you know, canine type cryptids around the world. I mean, the Dogman for one, you know, werewolves. But even in this country, in the UK, there's a lot of different sightings and reports of just large dogs that are seen at night time. You know, like jet black dogs with with red eyes, and you know, they look like German shepherds, just as an example. And they're very ghostly, they're very ethereal apparition type cryptids, you know, but of course no photos. But Chupacabra, as you can see, plenty of photos of this creature, and because of that, it's, you know, within this, at least the scientific community anyway, it really has kind of become accepted that this is, you know, a real animal that lives, you know, within the badlands and the wastelands and the deserts of Mexico and Texas and Costa Rica and places like that. But what actually is the Chupacabra? Is it something more interdimensional? Is it something that's flesh and blood? The main theory accepted in the scientific community is this is a small remnant population of a type of dog, feral dog, that has, you know, all these feral dogs throughout time have kind of banded together, because at the end of the day, as we know, dogs, in their mind, they're still wolves, they're still hardwired to be pack animals, so they are going to sort of instinctively stick with their own kind if they can. So is that what the Chupacabra has done? Created its own little, like, you know, micro community of other feral dogs, and you know, they've clearly bred together, and that's birthed this sort of strange hybrid breed of mangy, hairless dogs. I don't know, guys, but you know, with the photo evidence that I've shown you here, I think it's pretty fair to say that this is actually something that is definitely out there. And again, you know, it's not to be taken lightly, because the legends of this creature state that it is very carnivorous, very aggressive, and you know, will attack, kill. You know, there's lots of lovely gothic images that you can find on Google of Chupacabras, you know, like drinking blood of their victims that they've attacked. So definitely not one to approach without a trusty bullwhip, that's for sure. So I'm just up at my shelter now, Just doing a quick wood run. In fact, as you can see, sun has come out, albeit probably temporarily. Not bothered setting my type up. To be honest with you, I think I'm actually going to bin that one because I've had it for a few years now, and the fabric on it is starting to wane a little bit. I've noticed the last few times I've used it, especially when I used to take lads at work up here, and I used to bring type up. The one time I used a massive, just a massive fallen tree branch, just to wedge it up in the middle, and you could, well, I saw the fabric on it tear a little bit. So I think at that point, kind of got to face reality. It's for the bin. So yeah, I'll be shopping around for another type, I think, because they are a useful thing to have, and the one I've been using for the last 2 years, it has bailed me out of some rainy situations. So yeah, but I mean, obviously when I first bought that, it weren't that expensive, it were a budget type, so interesting to get something a little bit bigger, give that a go. Anyway, check this out guys, look at it up here, all these bracket ferns around my shelter. Lostworld.com. Let's just wait for the velociraptor's heads to start popping out through all this bracken. Oh mate. Happy. Right, let me get my fire going. Right, got the live fire on the go now. Got L coffee. Ooh, lovely. This channel is called CampFire Stories, is it not, my loyal viewers? Yeah, I just wanted to take a bit of time today to refresh us all on the subject that is near and dear to my heart, my beloved brother from another mother, Bigfoot. For those that are new to my channel, I'm not crazy, I'm just incredibly vindicated in what I believe in and what I have seen in the years that I've been doing bushcraft. And you know, I've had an interest in the paranormal and, you know, cryptozoology and stuff. It was funny because before I started going out wild camping, you know, I felt like this channel was plateauing a little bit, and I thought I've more or less said everything I can say about Bigfoot now. And Millie, my sister, she was like, no, just say it again. That's the content we want to see. So I will say it all again. Let's just go all the way back to the beginning. I just wanted to refresh you all on what I think about Bigfoot right now today on May the 25th, I think it is, 24th, 2022. For those, again, who are new to the channel, have never seen any of my videos before, I saw a Bigfoot type creature in 2018. It was about 8.5 foot tall, it was the same colour as my beard. It wasn't a self-reflection, it was definitely a very tall bipedal type creature in my local woodlands. And I've got a video about that further down on the channel if you want to check that out. Always been interested in Bigfoot and, you know, cryptozoology, going back to when I was a child. Always been fascinated with dinosaurs, and, you know, my background of course is in zoology, animal care and what have you. And yeah, I suppose eventually it merges over into, like, you know, the Loch Ness Monster, and then from there you go into Bigfoot. So I always had an interest in it growing up and into me, you know, adulthood as well. It weren't until 2017 when I came across a video on YouTube when I was having a bit of a stint of binging Bigfoot stuff, where I came across a lady called Deborah Hatswell. Shout out Deborah, one of my good friends, who saw a Bigfoot type creature herself in the 80s. And I thought to myself, I mean, I believed what this woman was saying on her video, and I thought, there's a chance then, we've got them in this country. I'm going to get out, I'm going to start looking for clues that they might be about. And from there I just immersed myself in Bigfoot lore. You know, the variation of this creature that we have in this country is called the woodwoose, which loosely translates to man of the forest. It's an old medieval word. And in the first 12 months that I was going out looking for clues, I had wood knocks, whistles, whoops early in the morning, and then of course I had my sighting in 2018. And through all that, I went through many different variations of theories as to what these creatures could be. Because of my background in zoology and the way my brain is trained, I always find it hard to veer away from this being flesh and blood, as in finite organic energy and matter, like what we are. You know, we are aware one day we will expire like every other animal on this planet. Is Bigfoot the same? And for that reason, I always used to think it was some sort of undiscovered great ape, because they do a lot of things that are very similar to great apes, especially over in America and the States, where they have the Sasquatch, where they build nests and things like that. They live in troops, it seems. They're very vocal creatures, just like gorillas and chimpanzees and orangutans, bonobos, things like that. And then from there, at one point I was more of this. I think this is a supernatural creature, because the amazing feats of physical strength that they're able to exhibit, scaling cliff wall faces in a matter of minutes, and they're unbelievably elusive and ninja-like capabilities of being discreet in these forests. So it's anything far capable, greater than what we're able to do. Even like specially trained SAS soldiers who are trained to be stealthy and elusive. We just have nothing on these creatures. I thought, and again, Native Americans, Aboriginals in Australia, they're very, within their culture and belief systems, they believe these creatures have 1 foot in this world and 1 foot in the 4th dimension. So for a while I thought it's some sort of creature, it's some sort of spiritual being, is this. These days I tend to sit more on the opinion, especially in this country, of whatever it is we've got here. This is a type of human being. It's no different than us. They're a human being, and they've adapted to being out in nature 24/7, 365 days a year, and we're not. 10,000 years ago, when we settled down and we stopped being nomadic and we invented farming and we made the land work for us, if our species of Homo sapien existed then, and whatever the Bigfoot is, whatever you want to class that as, we almost went our separate ways. There might have been a time where we lived in peace and harmony with each other, and we've evolved more technology and metropolis, and again making the environment work to us, and they've gone this way, and they've evolved even further into nature, to the point where a lot of these senses we have ourselves, sixth sense if that's what you want to call it, we've become desensitized to that, and they haven't. They have sort of unlocked capabilities that could be inside of us, but we're not aware of that because we're not out here all the time, and they are. And I think that's why they're able to exhibit these almost supernatural feats of agility and elusiveness, because they're out here all the time, they're used to it. Yeah, I think they're a type of human being, but they're the humans of the forest, whereas we're the humans of technology. It's lovely because my Bigfoot journey, that's what you want to call it, it's taken me to places that I never thought I'd ever go. I've met some amazing people, friends who are into this topic like I am. Ultimately, it's what got me into bushcraft, because it was more of an opportunity to be out here. And from there I've become so interconnected to this place, not just Billingswood, but the outdoors in general. If I don't have this at least every 2 days, I can't cope. It drives me mental. I've become so in tune with nature, and ultimately it's led me to do this channel, and now I'm wild camping on my own, which is something I always wanted to do, and I'm doing it, and it's just given me a new lease on life, because as you guys know, I got into a place a few months ago where I really felt like I'd been stopped dead in my tracks, and I really was just rutting through life. And the wild camping has awoke that. It's awoke the inner Bigfoot in me again, and you know, I have nothing more than to thank Bigfoot for that. You know, the concept of Bigfoot has taken me on this path in my life. And you know, I'm a very spiritual guy as well. I never used to be, but you know, like cryptozoology and the realm of Bigfoot being a supernatural creature, it's linked to spirituality, and I love that side of spirituality. You know, and I feel like I have a deep connection with this creature, particularly the one that I saw in 2018, and I really feel like one day I will see him again, and I hope one day to see him again, and it to be a passing by of two kindred spirits who, you know, are in tune with each other. And you know, he might even be here right now watching me, for all I know. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just feel this deep brotherly connection with this creature. And when I go out wild camping, you know, like my reservation was always that I would be scared in case I saw a Bigfoot or a dog fan, and it never crosses my mind. And I feel like that's kind of his blessing. Almost, he's blessed me and said, you can stay in my paddock at night and no harm will come to you. And again, thank you, Bigfoot, wherever you are. I'll see you again one day, mate. Right, so I think I'm going to sign off now and wrap this one up, because I just want to chill out there for afternoon and read my book for a bit and enjoy the fire before I head home. But if you made it through to the end of the video, thanks as always, guys. Yeah, I'll be back soon anyway, because it's going to be a top week off work full of adventure. Obviously tomorrow I'm going to do the canal walk with Gaz from Skipton back to Burnley. Might do some filming on that, I'm not sure yet. We'll see what the vibe is. Obviously sticking a camera in someone's face, they've never done YouTube before. See what the vibe is. But even failing that, Thursday I'm going up Sabden Moor anyway to do a wild camp, so I won't be gone too long. And then, as I said, this weekend I'm going to go up Grain again in Pine Forest, so got a couple more wild camping videos coming out in the next few days, so keep an eye out for them. Give us a like if you want to, comment, tell me what you think about Bigfoot and the Chupacabra. Subscribe if you want to, don't have to obviously. And yeah, I'll see you all further on down the road. Bye bye.